Folks, welcome back to Barca Buzz TV. And today we're going to be discussing the match away to Valencia. Now, as things stand, this is exactly how the table's looking. We are second with 28 points. Real Madrid are obviously top of the table with 31 points. Valencia are currently sitting 9th with 15 points. So a mid-table team right now. But do not let that trick you. Valencia in the last 3 games, they have not won. They've drew 2 and lost 1. They lost 2-1 to Mallorca at home. They drew 1 each with Sevilla away. And they drew at Elche 2 each at home. But guys, in Europe we have been absolutely shocking. When it comes to the league though, it's as if we're a different breed. Forget about the Real Madrid game though, because that just wasn't, I don't know what that was. We just crumbled a bit there. But in Europe it's just nothing clicks. It's always against the bigger clubs. It's as if we can't compete right now, especially that back line. It's just, except for Balde and Koundé, like Bellerin, Alonso, they were abysmal against Bayern Munich in that game. And I don't know what it was with the players. I don't know if they would have came out differently if the Inter Milan game had gone a different way and went in our favour. I don't know if they'd have come out in a different mindset. But that wasn't Barcelona that we watched there on Wednesday. Not one shot on target, and we were at the Camp Nou. Not one shot on target. That's unacceptable. That is poor. We're probably not going to talk about that. No, that was the previous game. I didn't do a match preview for that game. I didn't really see any point in it, like especially after the way the Inter game went. You know what I mean? It's pointless. But in the Europa League, we'll need to see. We should be winning this competition. We should be winning it. Last season, we thought it was going to be ours as well, and obviously we know how that turned out with Frankfurt. We cannot let the exact same thing happen again. Xavi must get it right. The players must get into their head. The mentality must be different, and we must win this competition, because if we don't, that's going to be even more embarrassing. There's some top teams in Europa League this season, but I don't care because we're capable of beating every single one of them, and we know that. Anyway, back onto the Valencia game. Now, like I said, in the league, we're on a good run. We're scoring run. I mean, we played Bilbao there 4-0. What a game! We scored, was it 3 in the first half? And obviously Ferran Torres scored the 4th. It seems to be he's finding his form again, which is amazing. I'd love to see that. Hopefully he can start being reliable again. Also, there's stuff about Ansu Fati not being happy about his game time, which I can understand because the guy's a great player. He's still at a young age. We just need to see if Xavi can trust him. But I definitely think that Fati will start tomorrow, and I'll put my predicted lineup shortly. So always a back line I can't get right because it's always chopping and changing. We need Christensen and Araujo back, because wow, even then you get your 2 solid centre backs, even Koundé, but you can put Koundé on the right back position. Like that's what we need. We need that back. Let's talk about Dembele though, because his stats against Bayern Munich were horrendous. I mean, I'm not just having a go at Dembele, but he's so inconsistent. Like, 1 minute I just don't understand it. 1 minute he'll be the best player in the world, and then next minute I just don't know. It's always the same with him. He's so inconsistent. He finds form, then he just drops it. Finds form, then he drops it. One thing he always does is he does too much on the ball at times. He's taking on a player, he goes back and forth, and he stays in the one spot. He doesn't get anywhere with it. A few times it'll work out and it's great and that, but then he fails to release the ball when he should have, and then ends up losing the ball. For instance, there's a clip that's Alphonso Davies, and he's running up and down that line, and it looks as if he's got him in his pocket, and he did do well, but he'd beaten him already. But he goes back and forth. There's just no need at times. Like, it's fun to watch, but like, just play football. Do you know what I mean? So a lot of the time it doesn't work, and he lost possession. I think it was definitely in the 20s, like 20, 25 or something, 25 times. I don't know if that's correct, but I definitely seen it somewhere. He'd lost possession a high number of times, and he does need to work on that a lot. But like, we need to see Dembele like he was against Bilbao. That Dembele needs to come out in every single game, because that's what we expect from our winners. They're not doing enough. Like, we need Dembele to be like that every single game. We're not asking him to give 3 assists and a goal every single game, but on that level where he's supplying for Lewandowski, because Lewandowski's not getting enough at times as well in big games, which that's what we're missing out on. We're failing to use Lewandowski up top, and it's like that's twice. Right, here's my lineup on screen here. So I would start off with, we'll go with the back four obviously. Forget Ter Stegen and goals, okay, and then we'll go to the back four. So I'd play, like I said earlier, Jordi Alba at left back, Garcia in the middle with Koundé, so the two centre backs, and on right back I'd put Balde, because the only reason is because I feel like if we put Bellerin in that spot, it's weak, right? I'm doing nothing against Bellerin, but from what I've seen of him recently, he's not doing enough. If we put Balde in that right, we know he's played there before, we know what he's capable of up and down that wing, especially Jordi Alba on the left. He can do that, no bother. Like, at times Jordi Alba will be a liability at times, but past few games he's actually played, he hasn't been too bad. So Jordi Alba on the left and Balde on the right. But it's a controversial one. I don't know if that will actually happen. They may end up just putting Balde at left back still and start Bellerin. We'll need to wait and see. But obviously midfield three, I would say Gavi, okay? Gavi, De Jong and Pedri. We know what they're capable of. We've seen it before when they started. And obviously Gavi picked up the knock against Bilbao and he had to come off, and he didn't play against Bayern Munich, so he's going to be fit now. So I want to see him in the starting 11, and there's no reason why he shouldn't be. And the front three, I'd put Fati, Lewandowski and Dembele on the right. So I do think Fati will start this game, especially on the left. Dembele will be on the right as usual, and Lewandowski up top. I could be extremely close here, or I could be miles away, so we'll just need to wait and see. Comment down below the changes you would make, and also comment down below a score prediction. Now, I'm not going to give away a score prediction, right, because I don't want to jinx anything. I'm not going to jinx anything, right? I'm going to keep it in my head to what I think, but we need a win. We need a win. There's nothing else about it. After the loss against Bayern, we need to bounce back as quickly as possible, start focusing on the league. When Europa League comes around, that's when we'll start focusing on that. Obviously, we've still got one more UEFA Champions League group stage match, which is match day 6 against Victoria Pilsen. It's just a pointless game, innit? I can't see the point in playing it, but we need to, and power through that game. Just batter them, and then we'll focus on Europa League. You know what I mean? That's all we can do, guys. Anyway, appreciate you all for watching. It's Nathan M11, Barca Buzz TV, and we'll see you in the next video, guys. Enjoy the game, and see you. Peace.